How's it going, everybody? Noble Warrior 99 here, and today I am back with another Destiny video. Now in this video I wanted to talk about a new silver content idea. Now this would be purely customizable, and I actually think it is a great idea. So there is a carrier concept going around on Reddit. Now this was made by Metal Beer Solid, and I will leave a link to the Reddit post as well as his Behance where he shows off some of his art. But he came up with this awesome idea about carriers, which would be a new social destination. Now carriers would be both a collectible item and a place to go. So once the player obtains a carrier, it can be accessed via the director as shown right here. Now this would be a new place to hang out. Fireteam leaders can bring their guests into the carrier to relax. Up to 6 guardians can be in a carrier at a time. Now the carrier isn't just for the guardians. So just like NPCs, this is which stands for non-player characters, populate the tower and other areas in Destiny, the carrier would have some as well. So the NPC crew members would include purposeful characters such as an all-new Cryptarch, Bounty Master, Postmaster, and etc. So these would be like the ones that you see in the tower, but there would also be other ones for atmospheric purposes. So the carriers would drop as items in the game and can be equipped just like ships, but the interior can be explored similar to the Fahrenheit from Final Fantasy X, Normandy from Mass Effect, or Mother Base from Metal Gear Solid 5. So these are all great examples of interiors that you can explore, and I think this would be an awesome idea to implement into Destiny. Now rare, legendary, and exotic carriers can be collected, and the exotic and legendary ones would drop as rewards from raids and other endgame activities. Various factions and other organizations also would offer ways to get new carriers as well, like the future War Cult themed carrier from Faction Favors and an Osiris themed carrier for the multi-flawless runs in the Trials of Osiris. Now each carrier would come with new Grimoire cards, Dead Ghost, and a golden chest filled with cosmetic items, of course. You wouldn't need to own the carrier to reap its rewards, simply visit a friend's carrier to unlock them. Now here are 2 examples of carriers. So the first one is the Epoch Giron, and this one looks pretty sweet. And then we also have a Kingship Remix TYR, which says the path to retribution does make for strange bedfellows. Would you not agree? So this is definitely my favorite carrier of the 2. Now this is just fan art, but I think it would be an awesome idea to implement into the game. Now the layout for each carrier would be nearly identical, but the aesthetics would vary. So for example, the Hive themed carriers would have gothic architecture with barnacle growth along the walls and pillars, but the placement of NPCs and geometry of the carriers would remain the same. So here's like a little map of the carrier, and each collectible carrier would have a unique room for guardians to explore. A Trials of Osiris themed ship may have like a Vex portal that leads to a secret room filled with stacks of books and trinkets hanging from the ceilings, while a Hive themed ship may hide a secret entrance to an abandoned worm feeding ground. So these hidden areas would be where the gold chests and Dead Ghosts would be found. So these are seen on the left hand side of the map shown right there. Now this is where the silver part comes in. So the silver part would only be for microtransactions for more cosmetic items. So you could buy furniture and decor, you could buy different NPCs, casual outfits for them, or maybe like the crew outfits, such as like a Santa hat here, shown on one of the little robots populating the carrier. Now we all love getting those Mark of the Unbroken Crucible medals, but there isn't really a place to store them or even show them off. So you could actually show these in your carrier. So this would just include custom banners. Now an example of this is the Lynx icon from the Mark of Unbroken, and you can just hang that up somewhere on your wall. It would be pretty awesome. There would also be something called war trophies, which would be rewarded to those who spill blood on the battlefield, and these can be obtained by several means. One example of this would be killing both of the Shield brothers with shoulder charge, and that will net you a giant shield to hang on the wall. Now, I think these are all great ideas. Let me know what you guys think about implementing carriers into the game. If we could get this video to 300 likes though, that would be freaking insane. Make sure to go check out Metal Beer Solid's Behance website. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is Noble Warrior 99, and I'm out. Peace.